Alrighty. Okay, hi. This is Tommy Owen here. I am in the Fakahatchee Strand Preserve State Park right now on West Main, facing east right now, and if I turn around, that's west. And as you can see, there is just a lot of vegetation around me. Do a circle around here. There's the sunset. All the way around. And so you can see there is a lot of vegetation around me, lots of flora. What's really interesting is actually, speaking of flora, there's oranges here, some Florida native oranges, pretty cool. Got grapefruit around here somewhere too, but here's some oranges, pretty neat. Going here in the swamp. Like I said, this is a Fakahatchee Strand Preserve State Park. It's 85,000 acres of a wetland, essentially. There's a little bit of dry areas, but mostly you'll see you're just pretty much in a cypress swamp for the most part, especially in this middle. I'm kind of in the middle of the Fakahatchee right now. As you can see, there's cypress trees, a few cabbage palms, which happen to be the Florida state tree. Oh, and even oh, excuse me, that's a, oh yeah, there we go. There's one. There's a royal palm even. We got a lot of different varieties of plant life here. Lots of epiphytes. You can see there's vines and bromeliads. There's one on the cypress tree. Pretty neat. But again, I'm walking on West Main, heading east actually, going back home. You can see there's this kind of neat trail here. This was created, we call this a tram, created really actually for the railroad system to make its way in and out of the Fakahatchee during the 1940s. For one main reason, and it was actually to log out the cypress trees, which would be right over here. They were logging really, really big ones, and we might even see one that's been logged. The government was, anyways, in the 1940s, logging out all these cypress trees for the war, actually, for the war effort, part of the war effort. There's one right there. There's a cypress tree that was logged out during the 1940s for the war effort. What had happened is when we sent our battleships and our warships over to our allies, they kept blowing up, from the mines. When the mines would make contact with our boats, they would just blow up. So what we did is we logged out pretty much 99% of our cypress trees. There's another one. And retrofitted all of our warships with this cypress wood. We chose cypress wood because it's malleable, lightweight, it doesn't rot in the water. So a lot of benefits to use it for sailing essentially. And so when the wood was covered around the hulls of the ships, the battleships and things, the mines would just literally bounce right off of the wood and would not blow up. So we were able to safely get our ships, our battleships and our supplies and things over to our allies, and then thus helping us win the war, of course, of World War II. So the cypress trees here in the Fakahatchee are part of the war effort, helping us win and defeat the Nazis in World War II. Pretty cool. And that was Southwest Florida. Part of history. You can see it's just miles and miles of of walking. Again, it's 85,000 acres, and a lot of times you'll actually see that every once in a while look back behind me, because as you can see there's lots of flora here. Oh, more oranges, speaking of flora. But there's also lots of fauna, more specifically charismatic megafauna. And what that means is there's alligators, there's bears, there's sometimes deer can be aggressive. And most specifically, there's cougars and even snakes and stuff. So I'm going to turn around again and just check. And that's what I'm worried about, the cougar/panther hybrid there that we have in Southwest Florida. There's probably anywhere from 5 to 10 of them in the Fakahatchee at any given time, mainly because they're just so competitive over a wide range. They need lots of acreage for themselves. And so, again, this is only 85,000 acres, so you can only sustain so many panthers in this area. But it does sustain it, because their main staple is deer. And lots of deer thrive in this area. As you can see, there's lots of, again, vegetation for them to eat, the deer that is. And then thus there's lots of deer for the panther to eat. But anyways, I keep looking back every once in a while, again, because of the panthers. That's what they do. They stalk you for over a mile or two just to make sure that you're not paying attention, you're weak, you're feeble, you're not active, that kind of thing. And so they're going to follow you for a few miles just to make sure that they're not going to be in any kind of danger themselves when they attack you. Because they want every every advantage when they attack you and when they grab you or whatever, when they ambush you is really, I guess, the best word, because that's their motive. They're going to ambush you. Oh, more oranges. And so that's what I do. I look back every few minutes to check to make sure that there isn't a panther behind me. And no joke, if it were to see me and see that I was alert and aware of its presence, my chances of not being ambushed or attacked by a panther at that moment have gone up if I'm more aware of the fact that that's there. So, meaning it won't attack if I know I'm aware of its presence. And I'm only not aware of it if I don't look back. So you gotta stay vigilant. Still walking. I'm gonna turn around. No panthers, good, okay. Keep going. And you can see there's water on either side. Typically, there's some water over there, because it's very low in elevation over there, so it's typically wet almost all the time. And then more water on that side, on the right side and the left side. That being, I want to say north, that side. And we got east, and, or excuse me, I'm all turned around. That would be north. Ooh, that's the cypress trees. And bromeliads and things, a lot of epiphytes, probably a lot of orchids too. There, lots of them around here. Actually, Fakahatchee happens to be the orchid capital of the continent, and you can kind of see why. Their habitats, especially for just epiphytes in general, but also just orchids specifically, are very, very sensitive to the sun. And in a cypress dome, specifically at a cypress swamp, you get this kind of a dense canopy. And this dense canopy here not only blocks the sunlight, but it kind of creates its own atmosphere. All this water that I just showed you is constantly evaporating. And so when it evaporates, it's already much cooler. So this cool evaporated water is actually trapped underneath the density of the trees. And of course the sunlight is blocked by the density of the trees, thus creating a 5 to 10 degree cooler temperatures within the dense canopy of the cypress swamp. So any of those cypress domes you see, like the dome I'm in right now at this very moment, this is a cypress dome. And it's 5 to 10 degrees cooler than the ambient outside temperature at this very moment. And that's why you'll find the bromeliads and the other orchids and the other epiphytes essentially living here, because it's just a suitable habitat for them. It's nice and cool, and the ooh, that might be something up there. Could be a deer. Can't really tell. It's definitely a mammal. Or, well, no, it could be a human. Not sure. I know you guys can't see it. Either I'm looking at a panther or a deer. I can't tell yet. Okay, I'm in the Fakahatchee. There are 3 panthers ahead of me. There's 2 babies and a freaking mom. I don't know if you can see them. Straight ahead. They saw me. Excuse me. Oh, he's looking back at me. They know I'm there. There's people coming, so at least they can help me if I get in trouble. Okay, Florida Panther. Straight ahead of me, there's 3 of them. I got it on just in case they charge me, at least I'll get it on video. There's 3 of them, I only see 2. Okay, there's the other one. Stop and take a pic. Oh shoot, don't move. They know I'm here. Got some people. Panthers. 3 of them. 3. Come, you can come closer. You're fine. If anything, it's better because we have strength in numbers. Looks like two babies and a female.